So I am in Dallas and away from my cameras, away from my computer, and I have a really big problem where I overproduce almost everything. It's my car letting me know I'm not safe here. And so naturally, I would not normally do a video like this. This is just going to be shot on my phone. I have no idea what the audio is going to be like. I'm hoping that it's at least understandable. That's the only standard that I want, is that you guys can understand what I'm saying. It's gonna get shaky, probably. I don't know where I'm driving by the way. I'm just driving. Today, I don't have any plans. I had plans last night, and then I have plans this evening, but as of the daytime, I don't have plans. And so, I kind of want to figure out, okay, this will be a good thing. Let's go through my mornings, usually. And when I mean my mornings, I'm not talking about routines like brush your teeth, shower, things like that. But every morning, I try to get in touch with my body and see what I'm feeling. And today, I'm feeling a little bit of nervousness. I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of stress. This week I'm doing a job that is new. It's not a show that I normally do. In fact, I don't even know what the show is. But I'm helping with setup, and I'm helping with, we're doing multiple shows, so I have to help reset the room when we're done. And that's the information that I was given. What that means, I don't personally know yet. And I'm okay with it. So, little context, I'm a road manager for a magician, and so I normally do a magic show. This keeps getting off tilted. There we go. It's gonna probably just keep going because the road's gonna be shaky and whatnot. So I am a road manager for a magician, and normally I go out, I set up his show, set the stage, I help him run production through the show, just letting lights and audio and stagehand know, hey, what trick's coming up next, what we need to do, what the cues are, when to go to those cues, and then at the end of the night, I pack the show up and we go to the next one. And so that's what I know. And then last week, he hit me up on my phone and was like, hey, I have a friend who's doing a show in Dallas. Do you want to help him out? And so I'm assuming this is a magic show, because that's usually what I do. But I have no clue. So there's a lot of unknown. I'm dealing with a lot of unknown right now. But I'm okay with that. Like, I also worked for venues and done live production in places that a lot of times it was the first time we've ever done anything like what we did. And so, it's not a unknown field, if that makes sense, but the variables are unknown. Like, I'm used to operating in an unknown space, I think, is how I want to say it. And so my body's a little bit just like, oh, it's new, it's exciting, it's a possible place where we can like grow and create new networks and new opportunities. And so that's fun. That's exciting. That's what I like to do. I get to meet new people. I love meeting new people. And we get to have fun and put on some good shows. We're putting on 4 shows this week. At least that's what I think. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's 4. And so it makes sense to me why the nerves and why the anxiety is starting to show up in my body. And so what I will normally do, which I can't do because my phone's over there, is I'll pull up a YouTube video. Shout out YouTube. And I will look for it's either called a guided meditation, which don't let that scare you, or guided affirmations, and which is more what it is than it is meditation. I don't know how spiritual you are. I don't know how religious you are. If you get freaked out by the word meditation, you probably don't know much about it. And so don't let that scare you. For those who know, you know. And they usually start off with breathing exercises. And so I'm going to try to just do that right now while I'm driving. I'm not going to be able to close my eyes because that's unsafe, and we're going to be safe today. And so we'll do that's not part of the exercise. That was a weird glitch in the matrix. We'll do a quick run through of what I'm going to be doing, which is a deep breath in through the nose. I'm going to hold it for a little bit, and then I'm going to do a slow exhale out my mouth. And we're going to repeat that, and I'm just going to try to pay attention to how I feel and the weight of my body in this chair as I drive, the feeling of the steering wheel in my hands. Like, I'm paying attention to my sensories and the things around me that are right here, that are real right now. So I'm going to start with my deep breath through the nose. And already I just feel my body relaxing. I feel my muscles to loosen. I feel my body to start unclenching, if that makes sense. When I feel anxiety and I feel nervousness, I start to clench, and I'll clench in my jaw, I'll clench in my face, or like my chest will clench up. My hands will physically clench. And so I make sure that I relax my hands. If it's really bad, another technique that I love doing is you take your hand and you take your other hand and you kind of claw at your hand very slowly, and you're just fingertips up and down into the palms of your hands. And usually I have my eyes closed, and I'm doing that, and I'll switch it up, and I'll switch to this hand as well. But that it's a sensation that I can pay attention to that's pretty strong. And that's important to me because I have a tendency to live in the past in my mind. And so I'll replay situations that have already happened or conversations that have already happened, and I'll go over every single detail of it, and I get stuck back there. And so it pulls me out of my head, and it pulls me into the present. This is why I'm pretty sure, like, I think physical touch is a love language that's on everyone's. Well, I have a whole bunch of things about love languages. This is not the video for that. And so physical touch is more times than not my number one. And I highly think that this is the reason why. Because physical touch pulls me into the present, and I live so much of my life in the past. I'm a time traveler, and it's not purposed, it's not fun, it's not controlled. If you've seen The Time Traveler's Wife, it's a lot like that, but I don't actually physically go. But in here I do, and I don't go to the future, I go to the past. Some people, they go to the future, they worry, they stress out about what's coming, what's going to happen, and how can they prepare for that. I don't. I kick myself for everything that I've done and everything I've said, and that's not good self-talk, or that's just, I guess that's not bad self-talk yet. It was headed there, I could tell. because I know myself enough. And I wanted to stop myself before I said something that wasn't true. That is true. That is what I tend to do. That is my tendencies. And so anything to prevent myself from spiraling down that path, I want to do that. Because I was headed down that path where, like, I could see myself getting into some bad self-talk, I want to do some affirmations now. And let me be very, very clear. I want to do affirmations. I do not want to do affirmations. Like, my mental state says you do not need to do affirmations. That's weird. But my heart knows that I need affirmations. And so I will start with saying I am a resilient person. I can carry a lot. I am capable of doing good. I am capable of loving well. I am capable of showing up for people in need. And I am a good friend. I am a loyal friend. I'm an honest friend. I want the best for my friendships. I want the best in my relationships. So I have a good heart. I am always up for a challenge. I don't back down from challenges. I can take something that feels overwhelming and I can do the best that I can with that. And more times than not, I have seen myself overcome and go beyond what I thought I was capable of. So I am up for a challenge. I am very loving. I'm a very affectionate person. I am a very affirming person to anyone and everyone around me. I want everyone to experience love, so I'm a loving person. These are things that I just talk through, and honestly, it's hard for me to say those things and accept those things. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional here, but I am an emotional person as well, and it's hard for me to accept those things sometimes because up here I don't believe it. In my heart, I know it's true, and it's a battle. It's a conflict that is absolutely happening at the same time most days, all the time. And so I am in the process. I am in the journey to destroy my self-talk, my poor self-talk. I'm in the journey to destroy my poor self-talk and to cultivate healthy, good self-talk. And so, yeah, it's you can see me probably in this video, you could see me struggle a little bit to not just come up with something that I wanted to affirm about myself, but to actually say it. And it's hard, it's difficult. This is not it's not a natural or a default for me. It might be for others, but for me, this isn't a natural thing for me to do. And so it's a learned behavior. And learned behaviors will always feel, in the beginning, strange, weird, annoying, without result. So it feels like there's no progression. It feels like you're just saying things that aren't true, because in here you believe that it's not true enough that it overrides what your heart actually is feeling. And so it will take a while for you to start to feel the results of this. The same thing with working out in the gym, working out your body. You will not see results immediately. Your second day in the gym is going to look a lot like your first day. Your third day in the gym will look worse than your first day because now you're sore. So it's going to get worse before it gets better. And it's just, you got to keep exercising that muscle. You got to keep working on it so that it gets stronger and stronger. So then it will eventually get to the place where you have to, and I hope you never get there, force yourself to go back to the bad self-talk or the poor self-talk that you had originally and that I had originally. And so this is a journey. It is a process. And so we look for progression. We don't look for the perfection in it. And the progression, if I can get 1% better every day, if I can think one less negative thought about myself a day and add to that, okay, cool, tomorrow I'll think 2 less, then that's a win. And as I stated in my affirmations, I am up for a challenge. And I can do this. And so like this is what I normally do when I lay in bed and I'm not quite ready for the day or out in the world yet. And so it's a little bit behind the scenes of this. And this whole thing is already pushing me to a new level because I'm like, all I have is my phone right now. All I have is my phone and my car. Like literally the reason I'm in my car is because I walked around my house trying to find a tripod or anything that I could prop my phone up against to somewhat produce the video quality that is in my head that I think my channel should be. And I was like, I have my cell phone holder in my car. That is the best thing that I have currently. So let's get in my car. Let's drive around for about 20 something minutes and let's talk. And I had no idea what I was going to talk about and I had no idea what I was going to do, but I started to notice that anxiety and that stress show up. And so we end up doing that. It has been about 17 minutes and now I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to ramble, but I still feel like there's something here that we can talk about. I still think that there's some of y'all that don't believe in this process. And it's wild to me, and I didn't know this process existed, and more importantly, I didn't know I needed it. This helps me regulate my mind, regulate my body, regulate my nervous system in a way that I can function as I know me to be, as I know who I am. And so I know I need this. There's some of y'all out there who might need it as well. And my hopes is you stumble across this video and you find the tools that you've always needed. If you don't need this, don't worry about it. You don't need to watch my content. That's okay. I hope you live your best life. And thank you for spending the time that you have spent with me. For those who have been impacted by this, please stick around. And I don't mean this isn't a ploy to like be like there's a fifth extra step at the end of the video. I always click off of those videos. Even if I'm interested, okay, this is a sideshow. Even if I'm interested in the topic and I actively searched out that topic, the second they start to be like, make sure you stick around to the end of the video for blah, 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 I will click off that video and go watch someone else's. I don't know if that's like this rebel side of me that's like, you're not going to tell me what to do, or I've been in like content creation so long that I know it's a marketing thing, and I really hate marketing, and I really hate like tricking people into liking, subscribing, and all that stuff. I hope I never have to convince you to do those things. In fact, if I do, I probably don't want you to be a part of the channel. And I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but I don't care about that stuff. I care about you. Where's the camera? Here? I care about you. I care about your relationships. I care about your mental state. I care about your nervous system. That's what this channel's about. So if it gets 10 subscribers or 20, I'm happy with either. And that's all I need. I just need to know that this content helped one other person. And honestly, I don't even know if I need that. I think that just putting this content out there and being able to have a space where I can practice this stuff as I'm learning it. Guys, I'm in school. I am not a licensed therapist. I am not even a life coach yet. Those are things that I am going to be pursuing. Or no. Those are things that I am pursuing. I finished my first semester. And so we are just past the starting line. But I'm already in the race. This is what I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to do. And a space that allows me to practice this stuff and to showcase this stuff, that is, I think, what is needed for me. And that's it. And so if you rock with it, great. If you don't, that's okay. I don't hold it against you. In fact, I love you. And I love you even more for that. Maybe you're strong enough to just do life on you. I'm not. I need these things. I need these tools, and I need all the help that I can get. And so, once again, thank you guys for choosing to spend this time with me. I am going to get a coconut milk tea because I love coconut milk tea. It's one of my favorite things. And I'm going to love myself very well today. And that doesn't mean I'm going to go and I'm going to spend a bunch of money on myself and like flex on myself or anything. I'm going to check in on what I need and what I desire, and I'm going to strive for those things. And right now, a coconut milk tea with no boba, because that's gross. I don't want to drink something and chew it. No, thank you. I'm going to get one of those because I know the best place in DFW that has the greatest coconut milk tea. And it's right around this corner. And so maybe a little bit of a vlog here as I'm not shutting the camera off, because I will show you where this place is at. I'm not going to tease something and not deliver. I will always deliver after I tease. And this is the best, if you are a boba fan, their boba is probably really good. I know their coconut milk tea is really like the best. Can I do this without flipping my camera? There's a car backing out of a spot that I think I can take. I don't know what you're doing. You can go ahead. You can go. Okay. What a nice guy. He literally just let me have the spot. He was gonna pull in. Oh, look, check it out. Boom. Pho Noodle House. It couldn't have worked out any better. This is the place. It's called Pho, P-H-O, that's how you say it, by the way. Noodle House, and the tree's blocking my way. I can't. I think it starts with an S. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get this word for you. I'm really embarrassed that I couldn't figure that out. Sushi. Noodle House and Sushi. Have a good day.